Hello, everyone, and welcome to the City of Quincy License Board meeting. Today is March 21st, and we are starting at 4:05 p.m. And Susan, can you take the roll, please?
Inspector Bowman for Commissioner Castley.
Here.
Director Conlon.
Present.
Chief Keenan.
Present.
Chair Crispo.
Present.
And Chief Jackson is absent, so 4 members, which is a quorum.
Okay, and I will read into the record the open meeting law. Pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made, whether perceived or unperceived by those present, and are deemed acknowledged and permissible. And first on the agenda, we have here regarding the request of the Clifford Marshall and Point Webster PTOs for a special use permit for their 4th annual Family Fun Run and Wellness Expo on Saturday, June 3rd. The fun run will begin at Point Webster and end at Clifford Marshall, where there will be wellness events, music, and snacks, represented by Stephen Perdios and Principal Ahern. How are you? How are you today, Stephen?
Very well, very well.
Good. Why don't you tell us about your event?
All right, I will, I'm happy to. Let me start off by just saying, in the past few years, you may recall that my wife Courtney has come up here in front of you for the last bunch of years, minus COVID, and she's recovering from a minor operation today, and so I have to apologize to all of you. You're stuck with the B team, I apologize. It's
Speak for yourself.
Principal Ahern and myself, he can kid himself with a B team. But seriously, on Courtney's behalf and on behalf of Point Webster Elementary, Clifford Marshall Elementary and Point Webster Middle School, I want to say thank you for letting us present today. It's a great event. It's a really fun event. It's gone off great year after year. Obviously we're looking for 1-day special use permit, Sunday, June 3rd. All the important statistics are on the handout that I passed out to everybody there. It's a 1.5 mile run. Last year was the first year. We started at Point Webster, and then ran down to Clifford Marshall. We're really trying to bring both schools together to create a really positive, fun community event. Geared towards elementary and middle school age kids and their families, try and bring families together to have a really fun event. Let's see, last year 450 people attended. You can see the cost there, they're pretty low cost, $5 to $10. We've interacted with safety officers to try to make sure that there's police officers at every intersection and that things go off smoothly. Things have always gone well for us. We've been pretty lucky. It's gone very well. You can see we have the MWRAs involved, a water truck. It's also a wellness expo. So if you see, there's a map that you have in there, and you can see there's a bunch of little numbers around Clifford Marshall Elementary, and you can see that each of those numbers corresponds to a different vendor that's coming in or athletic event that we have going on. One of the teachers will be administrating a push-ups. Like everybody collectively does some push-ups. We all do 10 push-ups, and we try to get to 1,000 or 5,000 push-ups for the whole group. And so we had a dunk tank. We have Chase the Principal, and so there's a lot of great events where we're trying to get all the kids active and moving around and working together with the teachers and their parents and the community. And it's really a fun event. So we're back here asking you for your support on this. Wanted to give you a chance to ask any questions or provide any information. Principal Ahern, if you want to jump in, if there's anything you want to add.
No, I was just going to say thank you again. This is the first time I've stood in front of you, and as Steve said, Courtney has really done incredible work of orchestrating this. She was the head of our PTO at the Marshall for a long time, and now works children up at Point Webster and other schools in the city. We've been lucky to have her orchestrating this, and it's just a great event to get the community together, the kids out, and a lot of fun. And when I look at it, safety is always the first lens that I look through. So I'm always looking through, how are we getting our kids safely from Point Webster to Marshall? The first year we did this, it was actually more of a run right around our community. we did move from one school to the other, we recognize that, Washington Street and Southern Artery a little bit there, so the Quincy Police have been wonderful in supporting us, which we appreciate so much. The nice part to consider is once that run starts, kicks off about 9:30, really the kids with a 1.5-mile course, even those that are walking, and we encourage that. We want families just to be involved and out in the community, really to complete that course. It's not a very long track, it's about 20-25 minutes, and then they meet on the Marshall Brown. So it's a short time there in the community, great start at Point Webster, and certainly on behalf of Ms. Barrett as well, the principal of Point Webster, we appreciate any support, and again, any questions you have, we're happy to answer.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I just might add one last thing. We do reach out to the community so that people know what's happening on the streets, what we're running down. We put a little flyer in the mail, and we're publicized with different city council or different locations. So generally, the neighborhood knows what's going on, and it's fairly low key. There's nothing too crazy going on. We have an ambulance that comes for a little touch a truck kind of thing, and so that's about it. Any questions? Anything we can answer for you guys?
Thank you for your presentation. Appreciate that, and this is very helpful. Any questions, concerns from anyone here regarding the Clifford Marshall Point Webster PTOs for a special use permit for their 4th annual Family Fun Run Day? Seeing none. Board members, any questions, concerns?
Have you reached out to the police yet, just to request through Captain Cuska?
I don't believe we have done that quite yet, but we certainly will.
Yeah, just reach out, we'll provide whatever you guys need for,
Yep.
for resources. And is it 450 runners or 450 show up at the end and do it?
Last year, well, that's a good question. Most people are participating, even if they're walking. There's a lot of people that will run. Yeah, it's about 450, I think. Yeah, that's what we had last year. I want to say 50 people hop in their car and drive down from Point Webster down to Marshall. So yeah, there's a good number of people that are running it.
The middle school kids were able to allow them out on the track a little bit. So again, there's a lot of traffic out there. Last year, we had a lot of our staff actually at each of the intersections along the way. There's a lot of little streets, 5th Street, South Street there. So we tried to have staff literally at every little side street there as well, which was great. Whether we can do that this year or not, we'll certainly, that's the aim always. Again, it's shorter. The elementary children are requiring to have an adult with them. Every now and again, it might be a group of 2 or 3 friends that go with an adult.
Yeah.
The middle school kids, we let out, a little bit more, but again, there's constant check-ins with adults out there. And thank you again for the support as well. They've been great in the past, so we appreciate all the help.
And the release of the people is staged, so it's not just one. It's not like the beginning of the Boston Marathon where there's 1,000 people going. No, we release it about 50 people at a time or so. And so we start with some of the older kids that are, that are real runners. We'll let that 50 go, and then we'll wait, 30 seconds to a minute, and then release another 50. And so it's released in stages, so it's not too much of a and it's not like nobody's really being timed.
Yeah.
There's no prize for the winner. It's really just a good community event.
Sounds like a recycle run.
Looking for a motion.
You're welcome.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of the Clifford Marshall School and Point Webster PTOs for a special use permit for their 4th annual Family Fun Run and Wellness Expo on Saturday, June 3rd. The fun run will begin at Point Webster and end at Clifford Marshall School, where there will be wellness events, music, and snacks, represented by Mr. Perdios.
Sure.
I didn't catch your first name. but-
Steve.
Steve.
Yep.
I was going to say Courtney's husband.
Yeah,
Steve.
that works. That works. Just don't call me late for dinner. I'm gonna say anything you want.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All set.
Thank you, guys.
Good luck.
Really appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
And we'll
Thank
see
you.
you
Bye-bye.
there. We'll see you there. I'll get you a little bit too.
Agenda item number 2, hearing regarding the request of the St. Roch Haiti Foundation for a charity wine pouring permit for their annual fundraiser gala on Thursday, April 20th at Quincy Marriott. This permit will allow donated wine to be served at the event. Mary McLaughlin. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Very good, thank you. Why don't you tell us about your event?
So I'm Mary McLaughlin, and I'm here with my coworker, Mary Keeley. And we work at the St. Roch Haiti Foundation. It's a small nonprofit, and the U.S. headquarters are in Milton, and we have 2 health centers in Haiti outside of Port-au-Prince that we support 50-plus staff. We also support 5 schools. We have close to 1,000 children that we impact and allow them to go to elementary school there. And we have a clean water program. and some agricultural programs. We've been in existence since 2002 and just have been growing ever since. Our main focus is healthcare, but we've been having a gala fundraiser since probably like 2010 or so. And that's also been getting bigger and bigger. And this year we're having it at the Marriott Boston Quincy. We expect between 400 and 500 people. It's on April 20th from 6 to 10. And it's a sit-down dinner, and we've been lucky to get the wine donated by Cappy's Liquors. I think that their name is different on the application, but that's what everybody knows them as. So we're here today, just, we have a permit application or license application that we're hoping that you will support.
Thank you. And anyone here with any questions, concerns regarding the St. Roch Haiti Foundation for Charity Wine Pouring Permit?
You said it was on 420?
Yes,
That should be fun.
yes, it's always a good time. People really look forward to it.
Keep the night open, Josh.
And I should say our website is Saint Roch, SAINT, rock.org, if anybody's interested in purchasing tickets or sponsorships.
Is this your first time at the Marriott?
It is, yes.
Where were you last year?
We were at Granite
State
Links.
Street? Oh, Granite Links. Were you at State Street one year too?
No.
Down that way? No?
No.
Granite Links?
Yeah, but before that, we were at the neighborhood club in Quincy.
Okay.
So we have a lot of history in Quincy.
Good. Good.
Okay,
Ready?
any other questions, concerns? Seeing none, yes.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of St. Roch Haiti Foundation for charity wine pouring permit for their fundraising gala on Thursday, April 20th at the Quincy Marriott. This permit will allow donated wine to be served at the event represented by Mary and Mary.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Okay, take care. Agenda item number 3, hearing regarding the request of Welcome Massachusetts Market LLC, doing business as 99 Ranch Market, 475 Hancock Street, for a change in LLC manager and a change of liquor license manager. The proposed manager is Laquan Chan. Hi, how are you? Good. Welcome. Why don't you tell us about 99 Ranch Market?
Well, 99 Ranch Market is a nationwide Chinese supermarket. They're based in California, Southern California. Their headquarters in Southern California. But in Massachusetts is only first one here. But they're in, our East Coast team are mostly in New Jersey. So DM, everyone is in New Jersey. I'm all the loners here, so. Yep.
And you're going to be transferring, changing the manager and the liquor license manager. Are you the manager for both?
Yes.
You are, okay. Thank you. Any questions regarding Welcome Massachusetts Market LLC, doing business as 99 Ranch Market, for a change of manager and liquor license manager? Seeing none, board members, any questions, concerns?
Yeah, we've had constant issues out there with the parking, the trucks, the overnight parking. Has that been resolved? There's been a lot of tickets written on this.
Oh, for the trailers.
For the trailer,
overnight
right.
trailers. Yeah, it's been, lately, I don't see anyone's parking over there.
Who's keeping track of that, excuse me?
Well, we lease it from Kimco, and we asked them to post a sign on the fence, and they make the fence. They post the sign, and we also have checked every single day, have them checked, and we checked. So if we see anyone, we keep knocking on their doors, and they have to move.
Okay,
So when we're closing and we're open, we're trying to do that, to knock on their doors. So a couple times we did find people there overnight when we're closing at 9 o'clock. So we knock on their doors and have them move.
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Counselor Phelan did reach out before the meeting and said that there has not been.
There's not been any,
issues.
issues.
Yeah, so that's good. Thank you for that, too. So looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of Welcome Massachusetts Market LLC doing business as 99 Ranch Market, 475 Hancock Street, for a change in LLC manager and a change in liquor license manager. The new proposed managers Laquan Chan.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You're all set.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Looking for a motion to accept the minutes from the March 7, 2023 hearing and waive the reading.
Make a motion to waive the reading.
Second. All in favor?
Second.
Aye.
Our next hearing will be April 4th, 2023, and before we adjourn today's hearing, I'd like to recognize Lieutenant Peter Turowski for his 19 years of service as the Quincy Liquor Inspector. Thank you, Peter. Peter is retiring at the end of March after 40 years on the Quincy Police Department. Congratulations. I'd like to turn it over to the chief for some nice words.
Oh, I've got to say nice words.
Yes, please.
Thank you, Peter, for all your years. Peter and I came on the job together in 1983, the second MPOC in Wakefield. We've been friends since. I've been the chief for 15 years, and he's worked all those years in liquor. He's done an excellent job. He had big shoes to fill over the years. Joe Manning, Bob Purchard, Dick Laracy, used to be Laracy's Law, was the licensing board. Peter's done a tremendous job. He's always been very, very firm, but very, very fair. I think you'd hear that echoed with all of the businesses throughout the city who feel the same way.
Yes.
Congratulations, Pete. We're going to miss you, but you're not going anywhere, I know.
No. Thank you, Chief, for the kind
Thanks.
words. And yes, I've been doing this for 19 years, and, it's going to be a big change in my life, going to the police station for the past 40 years as the chief has. And, Paul Coughlin's going to be taking my place, and I'm sure he'll continue to work with the businesses as I had, and, to make sure that the business all runs smooth and we don't have any issues, and I'm sure he'll do a great job as well. And I appreciate all the support I got from the board in the past, and it's been great working with all of you guys. I'm going to miss it.
And we certainly appreciate all your hard work out there in the field because we can't get out there. And so, but if we do have an issue, they all know who you are and you've been there so many times to help and we appreciate that.
Right. All businesses do a great job in the city. When we do have an issue, we address it and smooth the waters, and, everything's been great for the past, my 19 years, And Paul will continue on doing a great job as well, I'm sure.
And we welcome you, Paul.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Pete.
Looking for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, Madam Chairwoman.
Second.
Thank you.